Hello, welcome back. Welcome to this week's episode of Polish My Turd. Here we have a $300 1988 Isuzu Trooper LX. Power windows. It's got the rear bed seat in it, the factory roof rack, the little spoiler in the back, cruise control, AC, the works. I mainly bought it just to get the wheels off of it for my other Trooper project. But I've decided, since I've got so many extra second gen parts sitting around, I'd see if I can get this thing on the road. So anyway, the story is that it threw a timing belt 7 years ago. And that's the damage it did to the piston there, and was parked in the driveway. Sat for 7 years with the head off of it, and somebody had pulled the head to see what damage was done. There was a valve that was broken off, and this was the damage on the head. You can see the exhaust valve missing there and lots of little dents in the head there. This was apparently a brand new engine, and it certainly shows it, man. The valve train is nice. There's still hone marks in the pistons. I was able to turn the block over and look at some of the pistons walls that weren't coated in rust once I moved the pistons a little bit, and it's it's like brand new in there. Anyway, too bad for them. Too bad they let it sit for 7 years, because it was really hard on this thing. It really shows that it sat for 7 years. The paint on this side is actually in somewhat decent condition. I mean, the interior is stinky and everything you'd expect from a 32-year-old car that just sat for better than half of a decade. But it's for the most part all there. We'll see what works when I get it running, because I've like I said, I got so many extra Isuzu parts sitting around that I had a block and head sitting around, and a bunch of gaskets from old gasket kits, and this, that, and the other, and what they left behind for me. So I'm just piecing her together, one little piece at a time here. So I just finished bolting up the exhaust manifold. And yeah, I still got, the power steering pump is just kind of sitting there in place. I still got to put the alternator on. All the intake hoses and air box, and I got a list over here. Radiator, do a fuel filter on it. The clutch goes to the floor, so there's something with the slave cylinder, master cylinder for that. I want to drain the fuel. There's some pulleys for the AC yet. Put a battery in it, oil and filter, the alternator, etc. So I got a little ways to go, but I've made a lot of progress in. It sat on my trailer for a week or so, and then I've had it in the shop for a couple days here, working on it. So it's getting close. As you can see, the passenger side must have faced the sun for the time it was sitting, because it's got some funky fading going on the front. The door is okay. That door is okay. The back is really rough on it. It had some rubber trim on it that I've removed, because half of it was peeled off in the back and the remaining parts were just kind of hanging on by a thread. So I'll have to figure out how to get that glue off of there. But anyway, I got lots more parts to throw at it once it runs. Like, the headlights are shot in it. I think I've got some decent headlights sitting around. This Smitty-built bumper is mounted on there, kind of wonky. I can fix that up. I'm going to keep these wheels, but I've got a set of second-gen 16s with some 31-inch BFG MTRs on it that I'm going to throw at it. I've got some old shocks sitting around that still have some compression to them if these are shot. So it'll give me a chance to get rid of some parts and put another old Trooper on the road and also get my set of wheels that I've been after for quite some time for my red Troop. So anyway, I'll try and get another video up when it's up and running, but for now, there is my latest find, the $300 black 1988 Isuzu Trooper LX. Thanks for watching.